Yeah, I'm super excited about this year and about this year's team. Really looking forward to building on the success that they had and that we had last year. We have a great group of experienced returners that are coming back, and we coupled that with some newcomers, and we've had some really fun practices. We're really excited, I think, to continue to build our culture of love, trust, and work, and then continue to have a great teamwork and toughness on the floor.
And obviously you've got mine in the middle and Tamara on to my right.
Coach, just first talk about the process of kind of integrating the new players in and how everybody's kind of blending together.
Yeah, so we have 7 newcomers on our team, and then we have obviously some great leadership. We have 2 fifth years that have returned, with Maya and Maddie choosing to come back for their 5th year. And then we have, other players that have a year of experience under their belt. And then we couple that with, those 7 newcomers that we have. We have 2 players that came in that we use the transfer portal, and then we have 5 freshmen. So anytime that you have new faces, anytime that you have different experiences and we can all come together, it's definitely a process. But I would say it's been a pretty fun process. We've had great growth over the summer. We were able to get together over the summer and work out and grow as a team, and then we've had great growth this fall too. And so super highly competitive team. They step on the floor and they want to win. What I really love about this team, though, is just how much they really want to play for each other. So yesterday we had a great practice. It was really fun. It was really competitive. And then at the end, we all came together. And so we're getting better and we're growing together.
Coach, what would you say the difference now in year 2? I mean, the first year you're coming in here, you're kind of laying the foundation. Now that it's laid a little bit, what's the difference between year 1 and year 2?
Yeah, we're definitely a different team than we were last year, but the focus for us maintains the same. We want to continue to lay the foundation for our culture, building our love, trust, and work. Everybody asks me, what's the difference in year 2? It's like, okay, now we get like 4 hours sleep instead of 3, but no, I'm kidding. There's that 1-year experience that makes a big difference, right? And so you look at the leadership that we have with our returners right now, and they know, when they step on the floor, they know the expectations, they know what they have to give, they know how to help other people. We have great leaders that know how to help other people. And so having that 1 year, to kind of be all together has hopefully kind of started this climb to where we're still building this program and building that foundation.
I guess that just either one of the players, how much have you noticed a difference now that you're in the second year of this system?
Second year is definitely, not as it's continuously being a learning experience, but of course, I mean, we know what to expect coming in, and it's just about improving what we already know. We're just building up on the first year.
You got the mic? We need the mic? Yeah. Get the mic, yeah.
For both players, what was it? Love, trust,
And work,
and
yeah.
work? Okay. Give me some idea of where you saw improvement in the program with that foundation being built last year, and what does that mantra mean to you as it relates to basketball?
Yeah, so we say love, trust, and work every single day. Love being we serve others and our community, serve each other. We trust by building unity within the team, togetherness, all that stuff. And then we work by just working hard every day and getting better. That's the mantra we use every day.
And I guess to build on that, how does that make you a good basketball team? It resulted in improvement last year. How exactly?
Yeah, just being a team that's so connected through our culture, it really just carries it on the floor. Like, we can be so close off the floor, so when we get on the floor, it, just all comes together, and we flow really well together, and yeah.
Yep.
And Coach, what would you say you got accomplished last year? Obviously, you're talking about building a culture and foundation. What was accomplished last year, and then what does it allow you to build to this year in your mind?
Yeah, well, I think you can definitely see some of the historic season we had with some of the accomplishments, on the court. I think the biggest accomplishment was seeing these young women grow, right, and seeing them become leaders. And we're still looking to build on that, right? Obviously, from a program standpoint, we are looking for success on and off the court, but being able to just see these women, come together and really be able to kind of have that connection that T mentioned and what Maya mentioned, like that's what our program is about. And we really do believe that whenever we can build our culture and we can do things the right way and we can love and we can trust and we can work and we can give absolutely everything that we have for each other, I think that those results are going to take care of themselves, right? But when we can step forward and when we can be the best team that we can be and give everything we have, then that's all we can ask for is just our best.
Did you say 5 or 7 newcomers for this year's squad?
We had 7 newcomers, so we have 5 incoming freshmen, and then we have 2 transfers.
How do you work that all out? Because that seems like a lot out on the court.
You mean as far as being a new team
Yeah,
and as
with
far as kind of,
chemistry.
we are. It's fun, I would say. You know, it's been really fun to go back and teach things. And then, like I mentioned, our leadership has been really good within our program to kind of help some of the newcomers along. You know, those that have done it before for that 1 year, they go in and they kind of help people get in the right places and get the right timing. But I think we all have to remember, like, everything that we focus on is within the process and everything that we focus on is growth. And so we might be on a staircase and people can be on different steps, but we're all trying to help get to the top, and we're all trying to help each other get to the top. So there's days, I'm not going to lie, there's days where we have maybe just a few more turnovers than what we would like, right? That's typical with a new team that's building that new chemistry. But man, I can't tell you how pleased I am with this team and the work that they're putting in and how connected they're getting.
I know both of these 2 players with you, they made a big impact making the postseason last year. Obviously, you have more expectations out of them and out of the team. What do you see this team doing with everything that's on this squad?
Yeah, I really think that when you have a team, right, that really believes in what they're doing and believes in our culture and believes and embraces our mission and our purpose of who we are, we're going to determine our own destiny with where we go. And so as long as we are stepping on the floor and we're giving our best effort every single day, you know, I think we can achieve those things that we believe. And the things that we believe is we believe in each other and we believe that we can give our best. You know, if you're asking our players, I'll let them answer. You know, there's certain goals, you know, that they want and that we want for this team. But as far as the expectations within the program, right, we are a transformational program that's about so much more than just basketball results. We are competitive. We do want those basketball results, but we believe the best way to get to them is to have a team that believes in each other.
Coach, a little bit of a different question. Sorry, John. You were just a first-year head coach last year. What's your relationship been like with Eric Conkle? How have you maybe helped him getting acclimated here? I mean, I know he's been in Tulsa before, but maybe just how you've helped him in his first year here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think our men's staff has just been tremendous throughout this whole transition. You know, they are just, I'm telling you guys, they are very nice. They're very kind people, right? They want what's best for everybody in this whole entire athletic department. Obviously, we work together. You know, we share gym spaces, and there's some things logistically within the job that we do and work together in. But I would say Eric and his staff have gone above and beyond just to get to know people and really start to build relationships here in the athletic department.
To a great start last year, obviously made it into the postseason. Does that add any pressure to what you hope to accomplish in your second year at all?
From a pressure standpoint, I don't know. We talk a lot within our program, you know, about what we talk about surrendering the outcome and not feeling a lot of pressure. You know, one thing I do believe we have on this team from top to bottom is we have not just highly competitive kids, but people who are really, really driven, right? And so I think the amount of pressure that we feel sometimes comes from internal, you know, things that we want just to achieve at a really, really high rate. But I wouldn't say that we feel we have to do this, we have to do this, we have to do that. We want to do that, and we're going to do everything we can to try to make that happen. But just within our players, I feel like when we focus on that process, right, that result is going to take care of itself.
I wanted to ask about the local flavor of the team. You're from Tulsa, you from Sapulpa, you have Maddie from Bixby. Just for each of you, really, how cool is that to have, you know, local players here being a key part of this team?
Yeah, I can go. I absolutely love Oklahoma basketball. You know, born and raised in Oklahoma and played here. And I think having, I believe it's 9 of our 14 players from the state of Oklahoma. We recruit Oklahoma really heavily. I think the state of Oklahoma has great girls basketball, and I think we have great high school coaches here in the state. And so anytime that we're recruiting, we're going to look first in our footprint, you know, for what's needed on our team. And then I can speak to just the talent, you know, the talent that we have. You look at Maya, you look at Tamira, you look at Maddie Biddle, you look at those players from the state of Oklahoma that are on our roster, and they're able to play at a really high level. And so, I think we have a lot of pride from a program, being in the state of Oklahoma and having, great basketball here, and just having those players on our team. We love it. We love having that pride from here at home.
Yeah, it's fun because I've known all these girls for a long time. Like we all play for the same organizational circuits and in AAU and stuff like that. So like I didn't know Tamira, but I knew her because we were coached by the same AAU coaches, and Maddie, we play for the same organization. So we're all intertwined in some way because it's Oklahoma.
And Maya, talk about how different is this year for you with your sister transferring, and how is that changing your experience?
Yeah, it's of course it's gonna be an adjustment, not playing with my sister, but I mean I'm just excited about this season. I'm excited to play with the teammates I do have, and just excited to get the games going.
I wanted to ask the players, I just noticed, and I was talking to Bruce about it, the banner situation in the gym. Are you aware of it? Okay. Well, I just, and I'm not trying, I don't know how I want to ask this question, but this whole south side of the gym is just full of banners on the men's program, and there's only like 3 or 4 from the women's program. And I didn't know if you had noticed that and thought, you know what, that may be a goal or something that you're playing for, is to start adding to the banners in the rental center.
That's always a big goal for us. And yes, in that point, I have noticed that. But yeah, that's always been a big goal for us as a team. We want as many banners as we can up there.
Coach, you were mentioned a couple of times a super fun practice.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that look like to you? I don't know what it'll look like to them, but what does a super fun practice look like?
Yeah, well, you guys know our style of play, right? We like to play fast. We tend to take a lot of perimeter, a lot of perimeter shots, and sometimes whenever that is just clicking on all cylinders, right, and you really have it going in practice, those kinds of practices are really good, feel good practices where you can kind of see the success. And, for us, kind of that fun in practice as coaches comes from when you see your players being successful. Like maybe it's a breakdown drill, or maybe there's just a concept that you've been teaching, and then you see the players kind of get it and they start to do it on their own. And those practices are always fun when you can kind of see that progress within the team. Other fun practices are super competitive, right? Like maybe everything's not going your way, but you get to see how a team maybe responds like in the middle of adversity, right? So maybe a practice has been maybe a little bit tougher when things don't go your way, and then you see kind of the team coming together to be able to kind of stay together through some stuff that may be more difficult. Both of those, are great practices and fun practices for us. But I would say a fun practice is when you're making a lot of shots.
Tamira, for you, obviously great freshman year, AAC Freshman of the Year. I think it was the first time in TU history. How do you come back for your sophomore year in terms of what you want to maybe improve on, or how do you build off of a freshman outing like that?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenge coming into this year. Coming out of last year with what I did, a lot of teams are going to be scouting a little harder, and that might be a little hard for me, but I just got to put the trust in my team and just, play hard for them, and it'll all come, it'll all come, I'm trying to say.
Together, yep.
It'll all come together in the end.
Your dad obviously stand out here. How does it help having maybe his legacy being so great there in the 90s play a part in what you're trying to build in your legacy here now?
Yeah, I mean, my dad has always been there for me. He comes to every game. He, makes sure after every game he gives me feedback and, tells me what I need to improve and get better or do better. I could have did better. So just having him there is really like a once-in-a-lifetime thing, I think, because, a lot of people don't get to play where their parents played. And I just think that is a real great opportunity, and I'm very thankful for him.